Hello, little friends from Vivi's cozy home. Here comes another adventure with Vivi, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can play together again. Vivi swung her window open. A bright, sunny day was waiting for her. She called for Mirko, and his tiny paws echoed through the house as he came running to her. Vivi laughed, full of excitement. Together they rushed down the hallway, fast, happy, and ready for a new adventure. Granny was in the kitchen, cooking something warm on the stove.
The Homer did.
A playful little hand reached for the warm bread, tore off a piece, and turned it into tiny crumbs. Vivi was happy to see her and sat down at the table to eat her favourite homemade jam, made just for her. There was fresh, warm bread, just baked and still soft. Vivi didn't use a knife. With her fingers it tasted even better. Bite after bite after bite, Vivi filled her mouth almost to bursting.
Slow down.
When Vivi was full, and her mouth was still covered in her favourite jam, she jumped into Granny's arms and gave her a big kiss, leaving a sticky, sweet mark right on Granny's cheek. Now she was ready to play, and she ran straight out into the yard. She ran across the yard, leaving golden magical traces with every step. Mirko ran after her, and soon they were racing along the path, faster and faster. She ran toward Philip's house, still holding her slice of bread. As she ran, she took a quick bite, not slowing down for a moment. Down the street she went, full of energy, ready to spend another exciting day with Philip. With their last burst of energy, they reached Philip's front door, but then something magical began to happen. A swirl of golden dust rose around them, glowing softly in the air. Vivi's clothes began to change. Soft light shimmered around her, and her simple outfit slowly transformed into a beautiful, delicate princess gown. Her hair gently lifted, twisting into a neat, elegant bun. And then a small crown appeared, glowing softly as it rested on her head. A tiny spark of light formed in front of her, hovering in the air. It grew and grew until it became a shining mirror. Vivi looked into it and saw her new reflection. A princess standing right before her. Philip's small house did not stay behind. It, too, began to change. Walls rose higher, windows shimmered, and it transformed into a magnificent palace. Together Vivi and Mirko walked forward toward the grand royal gates. Vivi reached out, took a small golden knocker, and gently knocked on the door. The great doors slowly opened, and there he was, Prince Philip. He stood tall and proud, dressed in royal clothes with a gentle, welcoming smile. He looked at Vivi, as if he had been expecting her all along. He stepped closer to her, slowly and gently.
Princess Vivi, I have been waiting for you.
Philip, is this a dream? No dream, Princess. This is the Forgotten Kingdom, and it needs our help.
Together they walked down the palace corridor, wide, bright, and filled with light. The paintings along the walls seemed alive. Knights and princesses and dragons breathing fire, moving softly as they passed. At last they reached the throne room. It stood vast and silent and completely empty.
The king has gone missing. Only the true king and queen can sit here. But we are just kids.
Kids with magic.
Behind them there was a door, and the golden key seemed like it would fit perfectly into its lock. Vivi held it tightly, feeling its quiet magic. Behind the door there were stairs, and that same magical light glowed softly around them.
We must go down there. The king is trapped.
They walked up the stairs, and at the top, guards were waiting for them, more funny than scary.
We are not here to fight.
Vivi blew golden dust from her hands, and the guards became even funnier, dancing happily in place. Then Vivi and Philip stepped through another door, into a room filled with mirrors and large floating bubbles drifting all around them. Right in the center of the hall, inside the largest floating bubble, a small king was trapped as if in a prison. He looked exactly like Philip. He tried to break free, pushing against the shimmering walls, but couldn't escape.
We need to work together. My sword and your magic.
With the magic of Philip's sword and Vivi's clapping hands, the bubble began to crack. Light spread across its surface, and with a soft burst it broke apart. The little king was free, and in that moment he began to change, growing, transforming, until he stood as a true king, a great and noble ruler.
Thank you, brave children. The kingdom is safe.
Vi får lärt mig på ett vitet i daft.
To thank them, he gave them magical turtle medallions. Then just as quietly, the king disappeared. The room spun for a moment, and the magic slowly faded away. When everything settled, they found themselves back in Philip's normal room. Not everything was gone. They still held the medallions in their hands. And the adventure had been truly magical. Vivi went home and climbed into her bed, feeling happy and content. Murcho curled up beside her, soft and warm. She smiled, thinking of the day they had shared. Now she could finally rest and gently drift off to sleep.